Hi, my name's Georgina Maton. I'm a Special Olympics athlete, but I currently come back from last year from World Games and Special Olympics, LA. The horse that I have next to me is Rudy, my horse at home, what I ride, what I'm lucky enough to ride. I've got a learning difficulty, but I wanted to give life a go. My learning difficulties, I've got all different ones, including dyspraxic and stuff like that, but my reading literacy skills suffered through school, so I'm in the process of sorting that out now. I didn't really do much friends on it at all. I still have friends, but they're the ones stuck by me through my thick and thin, but the main ones stuck by me were the horses.
Well, I've always known that life's been difficult for Georgina. The school was really hard for her. I'm surprised she didn't refuse actually, but it's part of her strength of character and determination that she carried on with school, because it was not right.
And I found life quite hard through school. It was emotional, physical, people calling you names. I got quite often bullied. I wasn't really understood, but my mum and dad did. My family did, my sister did.
I think she was about 5 when she made us take her horse riding. We found a nice lady who actually sourced a pony for her, a really very steady one, called Autumn actually, but so she let Georgina ride Autumn.
I dragged my parents one day, my dad, to the stables. I wanted to see what a horse could do for me.
Georgina couldn't operate her arms and legs together really, so it was quite a long journey, that sort of early days, but she persevered with that.
I found a sense of freedom and balance was more easier on a horse than walking around on the ground. To communicate to a person is much harder on a day-to-day basis, but on a horse I can move myself. I can do more moves. It's more free. Mentally, it sorted me out. Physically, I found I was at least included in something, and it was amazing. I was included into one thing like a horse, as you can see.
I've actually known Georgina quite a long time. I first met Georgina when she joined a college course and I was her tutor, which was probably about 8-9 years ago. And her complete passion for horses was evident from the outset.
We stumbled upon it in the middle of my college course. Sarah introduced me to it, and then I slowly realised how much what I can achieve through it. In that time, it was still a hard time because obviously through life I was finding it hard. I was told at certain points I wouldn't be able to do things, and through horses I could be able to do it.
We didn't have Special Olympics running in the area at the time, so between Georgina, myself and her family, we actually got Special Olympics going because Special Olympics could really meet the need and recognise Georgina's disabilities, but also give her the platform to greater things.
It was on the selection panel. You get the first. You have to put in a request form to go in, and then you put that in, and then they take it to a board, and then you go through 2 stages. So you get through one stage, and then you get through to the next. You have to be seen in a certain amount of competitions beforehand. But we didn't just do normal competitions. We did test riding as well at home to make sure the quality was there before we went out. We got a selection letter in the post. It came through to where I was at the time, and I opened it, but obviously because my literacy skills were very poor, Mum happened to be there to read the post, that day, and she read it, and I literally just jumped up and down because I always dreamt of achieving what I've always wanted to do. I was happy, I was pleased with myself, I was amazed with myself what I could achieve. My coach, I wouldn't be where I am today without it. She helps me out a lot. If I came up to her one day and said, this is what I want to do and this is what I got back out of it and wanted to go to LA. The way the Americans embrace Special Olympics was amazing, which I think we should embrace it ourselves. I wanted to see it come back with something, but I didn't tell everyone what I wanted to come back with, so I kept it a little bit low profile. And I thought, just give it a go and see what I can achieve.
You know, you've still got to deliver a really, really strong performance. So for the dressage, for example, Georgina wasn't riding until late in the afternoon. But for most of that day, Georgina sat down at the arena side, just visualising how she was going to deliver that performance. Because if that performance wasn't accurate, she wouldn't have got the scores. So of course she absolutely nailed it, which is just amazing.
It was unreal, really. It was unreal, and it was just magical. We couldn't believe it, really. I saw her ride, and I'm thinking with every move, you know, first of all, she's still on, you know, and she just rode it like a dream. She floated, and it was like a dream. It was wonderful.
I get so passionate about it myself. No, it's just fantastic, because when you see somebody who's so determined, and yet she was putting immense pressure on herself to deliver a really, really good performance. But, you know, when she delivered the performance, you know, it really, really was a strong performance.
Explain how it felt when you won that first gold.
Amazing. It was good at the same time, because I never thought I'd actually win anything, but I wanted to. But I decided not to pin my hopes on what I wanted.
And when she'd finished and she knew that she'd got her first gold, she knew that, and she looked at me and she said that she'd done it for Grandad and my sister. We'd lost 2 family members, and she looked at me and we just had a moment. She'd done good.
And it wasn't a sense of fulfilment as well, because the family, not everyone was there at the time. Obviously, that through life challenges, not being there and passing away, so it was even more proudness for that to happen.
I'm just so pleased that it worked for everyone, because it was a team. It was a team then, and you know, I've been on so many competitions where it doesn't go right on the day maybe, but it went right then, and it should have done. There was so much involved. I'm just so pleased for her that it went right.
And whilst Georgina's been congratulated about that, I kind of reminded everyone that didn't just happen. You know, it wasn't just 7 minutes performance in a dressage arena. Georgina had been working for 18 months in preparation. You know, the dress rehearsals that had gone before that. We'd even set her dressage test to music so she could listen to the music in her mind and deliver it as a musical performance. So to deliver was the end result, which was just fabulous, but it was the entire journey that got there.
I hope to go into the community and spread awareness to everyone else, and I hope to spread the word, what should be done and what I've achieved, to ambition our people to go and give it a go. I plan to help through the RDA side of it and the Special Olympics side of it alongside, but I'm not going to go and compete with them at the moment, because I have to give a gap for someone else to have a turn, which that's fine, but I've taken it all in my stride, and I look at doing the breedy side of it, the able-bodied side of it, and I'm looking at doing some para stuff as well.
The confidence that sport and Special Olympics has given Georgina is absolutely massive. Firstly, as an athlete in her sport, actually in her riding, and what that's given her. But the knock-on effect that the sport and Special Olympics has given her as a person is just huge. I mean, she's now really enjoying sort of the ambassadorial work that she does, her ability to communicate, her passion for some of the perceived inequalities and how she sort of wants to take on that and put that right. It is just astounding. She's been into schools talking to adults and children. She's sort of taken on press, media, and she's absolutely thriving on it. That's what sport's done for Georgina.
Yeah, I used to think, maybe this was a target, that was a target, but I can't see an end to it now really, because she just takes it, moves the barriers, and we just pick on the positives the whole time. We maybe talk about things that go wrong, but how to make it better, and it's just onwards and upwards for Georgina.
Stepping into the community, talking to other people about what you've been through, spreading awareness so everyone knows what's going to happen. I would like it so everyone understands every learning difficulty and takes a disability and learning difficulty together.
And if there's anybody watching this that perhaps has got an intellectual disability and they're perhaps not as active as they should be, or not part of society as they should be, what advice would you give to them?
They should find somewhere that will help them, like a Special Olympics place or anywhere, and take it up and give it a go. Because life does have the challenges, but there's people out there who want to help you.